password.
Katie, you good? Katie?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry, I forgot I muted it on my end.
That's okay. Just checking in on you. We're about ready to start.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think we're ready, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and call the meeting to order. Start with the pledge and invocation.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let's pray. Lord, we thank you for this opportunity to meet tonight for the good of the people and students of Pendleton County. We thank you for the great staff we have. We thank you for the good year we've had so far, Lord, and we ask you to get the year to finish out and be a safe summer for our kids and our staff, and they come back refreshed for next year. And we ask you to be with the seniors, Lord, if they start different phases of their lives. Be with them always and keep them under your care. These things we ask your holy name. Amen.
Amen.
I guess there's no public. So, student and staff recognition.
Okay. So the April James Huffman Responsible Student of the Month is Senior Corbin Dove. He is the son of Kevin and Shay Dove of Brandywine. Corbin is a member of the high school football team and National Honor Society. He's in the top 10 of the class of 2026 and is a regional math field day participant. Corbin is a SP photography ambassador and works at Fox's Pizza in Brandywine. He plans to attend WVU and major in criminology and psychology. The April Academic Student of the Month is Senior Madison Arbaugh. She is the daughter of Derek and Roxanne Arbaugh of Circleville. She is a member of FFA, National Honor Society, Pep Club, and the softball team at the high school. She is on the A Honor Roll and received the A All-Star Award for Upward Bound. She participates in beauty pageants and 4-H and likes to volunteer. Madison plans to go to Eastern Community College to receive an associate's degree in business while starting her own tattoo business. The James Huffman Responsible Student of the Month for May is Ariana Alt. She is the daughter of Brian and Ashley Alt. She is on the A Honor Roll and is a track and field athlete. She works as a CNA at Pendleton Manor and volunteers at Cunningham Greenhouse. Ariana plans to attend JMU to become a history teacher. She also plans to coach track and field, and so that kids and teens can get the opportunity to participate in the sports that they love. And the May Academic Student of the Month is Senior Cashton Kaisamore of Seneca Rocks. He is the son of Kevin and Wendy Kaisamore. Cashton is a member of the high school basketball and baseball team, the Technical Honor Society, and his church youth group. He is on the honor roll and received second place in State Skills USA. Cashton plans to move to Ohio and join the IBEW Electrical Union. That's our student recognition. For staff recognition, this last couple of weeks, we've had many opportunities to recognize staff. We've had Cook's Day, Administrative Assistants Day, Principals Day, Bus Drivers Day, and this week is Teacher Appreciation Week. So thank you to all of our staff. They are very, very much appreciated, and they are dedicated, and we couldn't do what we do without them. So we're very, very appreciative.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, the next thing is the minutes of the April 21st, 2026 board meeting. Everybody has received those. Any corrections, additions, deletions to the minutes? If not, a motion to accept.
So moved.
Second.
Second. I think one was second.
Okay. Got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise, motion carried. We're down to personnel.
Yes, resignations. We have Kristen Graves, substitute teacher, effective April 20th, 2026. Madison Day, English Language Arts teacher, 7 through 12. extracurricular transitional trainer, English language arts, extracurricular head volleyball coach, and extracurricular yearbook advisor at Pendleton County Middle High School.
You have my recommendations to accept these resignations as presented.
Superintendent recommends that we accept these resignations of Kristen Grapes and Madison Day. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise, motion carried. Employment of personnel.
Employment, we have Miranda Hess as extracurricular before and after school elementary detention teacher at Franklin Elementary School. Christy Tropo, extracurricular communications coordinator. Laura Brown, extracurricular yearbook advisor at Pendleton County Middle High School. Allison Bensel, extracurricular assistant softball coach at Pendleton County Middle High School. Cameron Cosmore, itinerant special education teacher, multi-CAT, LD/BD/ID with autism at Franklin Elementary School. Courtney Kimball, itinerant summer school teacher at Franklin Elementary School.
You have my recommendation to approve the employment of personnel as presented.
Superintendent recommends that we approve the hiring of Miranda, Christy, Laura, Allison, Cameron, and Courtney. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise, motion carried.
Approval of contracts, you have Bethany Wetzel, probationary contract, 200 days with 10 additional days if needed.
You have my recommendation to approve the contract as presented.
Superintendent recommends that we approve the probationary contract for Bethany Wetzel. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
So moved.
Oh, second.
Got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise, motion carried.
We have no non-paid coaches this time, so we are going to move on to approval of volunteers and chaperones. Franklin Elementary volunteer Addison Rexroad, Franklin Elementary School chaperone Jeremy Graham, and Pendleton County High School volunteer Mark Bowman.
You have my recommendation to approve the volunteers as presented.
Superintendent recommends that we approve the volunteers and chaperones. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Or second.
All right, Katie. Katie be the second. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. All right. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise, motion carried.
Okay.
We have no legal balance.
All right, in
Thank you,
finance,
Thank you, Christie.
the treasurer's report will be reported at the May 19th, 2026 meeting, so we'll move to 6B. The bills were emailed, and we can put them up on the screen. Highlights included the bleachers, which were paid partially by county funds and partially by school and the booster funds. So, and you have my recommendation that the bills be emailed as presented, approved.
Approved.
You can see that.
Superintendent recommends that we pay the bills. Anybody have any questions about them? If not, a motion to pay the bills.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise, motion carried. Bills will be paid.
Okay. 6C, budget revisions. The unfunded retirement liability calculated by actuaries from the state decreased by approximately $200,000. The first entry reduces the revenue and expenses by the same amount. No net effect on the budget. The second entry is reduction in funding for PEI health insurance. The state recalculates actual costs versus estimated costs and our need reduced by the amount indicated. And you have my recommendation that these budget revisions be approved as presented.
Superintendent recommends that we approve these budget revisions. We have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
So moved.
Second.
Katie, be a second. Is that all right?
Yeah,
We have
that'll be a second.
we
Yep,
we have a
sorry.
motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise, motion carried.
All right, item 6D, the renewal of dental and vision. is with the same provider, Guardian, provided by LD&B. This is the final year of working with Guardian, and we will go out to bid again next year. The feedback from staff has generally been good over the last 5+ years that we have offered this insurance. The new cost for the board is $84,700.80 for the 26-27 versus $78,472.80 that we had for this past year. So a net increase of approximately $6,228. This is a relatively small increase for covering all of our employees' costs for dental vision. So you have my recommendation that we approve these costs for providing vision and dental service insurance for our employees.
Superintendent recommends that we go ahead and renew the dental and vision through Guardian. Have a motion?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, aye.
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 Motion carried.
Okay, 6E, $18,716,133 revenue and expenses is the projected total for the general current expense fund. This may be reduced by the unfunded retirement liability before final approval. This represents a 2.9% increase from fiscal year 26 budget of $18,174,407. Special projects and grants will be included for final approval at the May 19th, 2026 meeting. That will increase the total budget to over $20 million. And I don't believe we're approving this one, are we? This is
Says
just for
we
We have to
approve.
approve the preliminary.
Okay, all right. So then you have my recommendation to approve the preliminary budget.
Superintendent suggests that we go ahead and okay the preliminary budget. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, aye.
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 Opposed likewise, motion carried.
Okay, 6F. It says from JP that Travis may mention this in his updates, but federal grant allocations have been reduced by almost $50,000, including a larger than expected decrease for the fiscal year 27 that was just received in this past week. And that was 10% this year. This isn't JP's notes, but correct me if I'm wrong. And a total of 13 since the year before. So this, along with other information, just indicates that we have to be more vigilant than ever looking ahead to future budgets. So,
Okay, that was just an update.
yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Any questions for the superintendent on the update? All right, we're to facilities.
Just real quick, we today had a visit from our insurance, the Brim. Brim sends in an insurance person each year, and they kind of do a walk through the county to look at our facilities, take pictures, and they'll give us a report back. So Dan and I walked them through all the buildings today. We started at North Fork and then worked our way to Brandywine. So we'll get that report back at some point and see what recommendations, suggestions they make for us to better ourselves in our buildings. So that's one thing. The other thing I wanted to mention, we talked about a couple of times, was the project at Franklin Elementary with the pressurization. We are going to move forward with that this summer, and right now, late June is our start time, and 2 to 3 weeks they should be able to get in and get their materials in, and hopefully help us with that pressurization issue down at that school. We are going to work around the Energy Express program. Christy and I discussed the possibility of moving that program to another location, but being that it was mainly housing elementary school kids, we felt like having the playground and stuff like that was more beneficial than moving them to another building, maybe like the high school. So the contractors are aware that we will have students in there, and we'll work after hours, once the program's over, or on Fridays when there's no kids in there. We'll work in another part of the building where there's no students. We've got some work to do upstairs in that wing, and there's nobody in that area. So just wanted to give you an update on that. and that's all I have.
Did you have mention to the Brim representative that we were gonna put stones up there to protect that?
I did, he was not, we went over and took some pictures around that building, but I didn't cover that with him.
If that happens to be a recommendation, you let him know that we'll try to get that done this summer.
Will you also share about your visit with Mark Miller for the?
Yes, I did forget that. Last Wednesday, of course it was a rainy day. Mark Miller from the SBA was here. I walked him through the MIP project that we proposed to them this spring. And so we went over to Brandywine. We walked the roof, took pictures, looked at some of the problem areas, talked a little bit about the HVAC that we're having some issues with. And I felt overall it was a really good meeting with him, and he had a couple suggestions for us to send back, and I think you've taken care of those
Yep.
things. So I think June the
3rd.
23rd.
So we wait now.
We should know something if we're going to get any funding at all. I believe he said they only have $5 million to give out across the state, so that's not a lot of money. We asked for $1 million is the max that you can ask for. We asked for the max. So we'll see. This will be our second time applying for this. We applied last spring as well and didn't get that. We applied for a needs grant in the fall and we didn't get that. So we tried the MIP again.
Third time's a charm.
Hopefully for something.
Well, we've been very, very fortunate in the past to get these grants, so hopefully,
Over the years we have.
yeah, maybe this one will come through.
We hope.
Yep.
Thank you, Travis. The educational self-appraisal of the board, I think it's just want to make sure that that's turned in.
Right.
Has everybody got theirs filled out and sent it back in to JD?
Not me yet.
Okay, Katie, you have your
I'm gonna do it on the
self-appraisal
computer.
done
I
back
just
to
haven't done
JD?
it.
Katie?
Yeah, mine's done, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, I forgot I was muted.
So Betty's the only one dragging it.
I'm dragging.
All right, thank you.
I thought about it today.
All right.
Forgot.
All right, down to new business, the school board, school year 27 board meeting schedule. Everybody had a chance to look at it?
And I gave everybody a copy.
Yeah.
For review.
You have my recommendation to approve this
You didn't
schedule.
get a copy in that pile right there?
Do you want a little more time to look at it?
And the first meeting in July will be on Monday, July the 6th, and not Tuesday,
Okay,
because we have to swear in new board members. And then I'll take their oath of office. And the first meeting in November was moved because November the 3rd is election day. So that one was moved.
might be snowing over there.
I'll go to North
Could be.
Fork.
Maybe.
When we leave. You okay
So do you
with
want
it?
to wait, or you want to wait and approve it next week when JD gets here, or do you want to go ahead?
We could table it till next week, next meeting and let JD look at it. See if, and that'll give us more time maybe to look at
Yes,
it,
look
yeah.
at it, make sure
Okay.
it's.
We'll table that. Okay, all right. Item B under new business is student transfers.
We do not have any this evening.
Very good. All right, item C is contracted services, Brian Koloff for speech and language.
And you have my recommendation that that be approved.
Superintendent recommends that we approve Ryan Koloff for speech and language contracted service. Do I have a motion?
So moved. I'll second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise. Motion carried. All right, item D is dual credit honor courses for approval.
So this is the list of we've updated the dual credit policy, and also added some additional dual credit courses. We've added several in person, so our teachers at the high school are teaching them, so that's exciting for us and the kids, but we just updated the policy to reflect what we're doing, and then the list of classes should be part of your all's documents too.
I don't have that. I don't have that document. We did not have one. Do you have the list?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I don't have it.
Travis will make copy. Have you added some, Derek, added some extra
So
classes?
we're doing an American History 1 and American History 2.
Okay.
So Mr. Easton will be teaching that one, and that will be for juniors, their second history credit as a junior. Ms. Bennett is gonna teach college algebra in person, so we have a math option in person for a dual credit.
Awesome.
Mr. Harper is gonna be teaching the general biology 1, and Mrs. Harper is gonna be teaching chemistry 1.
And
And we've got, all of those classes have more than 10 kids
well, very
that
good.
have signed up for them, so we're excited that kids wanna take those.
That's awesome.
You know, what an outstanding thing is for a kid to go their freshman year and got half of it done, you know,
Yes.
a big jump.
Yeah, that is great. Oh, thank you.
And then Mr. Bailey, I forgot about his,
I was
Mike
looking for
Bailey
JD.
is teaching
Thank you.
dual credit nutrition class to
Okay.
kind of allow students that may be on the fence about taking dual credit or going to college. It's a little bit easier dual credit for kids to kind of get their feet wet, so to
Okay.
speak, and see.
Encourage them maybe, yeah.
Very
Good.
good. I like it. Very good. All right, you have a recommendation to approve the dual credit offering list and policy as presented.
Superintendent recommends that we accept the dual credit and dual credit in the AP classes and stuff. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
So moved. Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, likewise. Motion carried. Thank you, Derek, for helping the kids. All right, textbook adoption.
Okay, we have a small list of textbooks, it's a kind of a light year, but this board meeting and possibly next, I might have a couple more things, but on this round of textbook adoption, it will be high school health, McGraw-Hill, middle school health, McGraw-Hill, driver's education, that's AAA, provides a driving course, it'll be the 15th edition of that. And then music K through 5, Quaver Education, which we've used them for the last several years.
Okay, you have my recommendation to approve the textbook adoption list as presented.
Superintendent recommends that we go ahead and accept the textbook adoption list. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
And Katie.
Hearing none, all in favor, aye.
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 Opposed, motion carried. I'm glad they're on the ball tonight.
They are. Okay.
All right, policy review.
Policy, so you have a binder in front of you. We have been finding that now that we've had Neola for a little bit, there are times where we go to look at policies and they're not there. And that's because they were in the old policies and didn't get transferred over when we made the move to Neola. So the ones that are in the front, the new policies, this was addressed in the old policies, and then also we developed another one, pranks. This would be to address pranks amongst employees and students during the school day and school property. It has the definition of a prank and the consequences of a prank. Professional workload and time schedules, that was one that was missed, and that's very important because it outlines the times that we have expectations for staff to be there. The leave policy, we want to change that so that rather than having 5 days in a year, that you could give up to 20 to someone for a leave if you're gonna give leave to somebody that's in a
That's
dire
into that
situation.
bank, into that leave
Yes,
bank. Okay.
but it's in if you want to donate your days.
Right.
So, okay. And then the share table has to do with child nutrition and addresses the exactly who can access the food. Child nutrition is for children, and it just addresses some of the aspects of it to make sure that it is there to serve children. So, and other aspects of it, so the natures of it. So those are there. Today is just a first reading, so you can take this with you and look over it. It is also online, so you can look at it too. further back is, did she get?
It's just ignore it. No,
Okay.
it's just
All right, Neola, as a part of their services to us, they update the policies and then send them to us and tell us to go through it and make sure that it's the way we want it. So those policies, there is a summary just a ways back from the newer policies. Policy 2275 addresses Mountaineer Challenge. It was a technical correction. Had just to do with a little bit of wording. Policy 2340 is the difference between co-curricular and extracurricular. Policy 3139.01 and 4139.01 have to do with suspensions, and those are technical corrections as well. Policy 4160.02 has to do with the physical examination qualifications for school bus operators, and this has to do with the updates with the transportation policy. 4242.01 food service training. It is rescinded, no longer needed, because it doesn't line up with policies. Policy 511302, school choice options, extends school choice to students attending persistently dangerous schools and expands the locations and occasions of violent acts, which entitle students to select from optional locations. Policy 5136 has to do with personal electronic devices, and it's revised. And it is very interesting to see that it's because Policy 2510 specifically states that physical activity, including recess, may not be withheld from elementary students for disciplinary reasons. The policy, as they had recommended it, that recess was being removed, was one of their first lines of consequences. We did not adopt that, so our policy was fine the way it is. So just so you know that. Policy 5531, student assistant programs, and that has to do with the SAT, and it's to provide support for struggling students. And just to make sure that we know that that's also referred to in the Third Grade Success Act. So it's referred to in 2419, which is our special ed policy, 2510, and then also the Third Grade Success Act. Policy 6109, acceptance of payment by credit card. Auditors will be looking for policies, so that addresses that. Policy 6320, purchases, is a technical correction. Policy 7530.01 has to do with board-owned personal electronic devices, and that was updated to be consistent with the definition of those devices. Policy 7530.02, staff use of personal electronic devices. And again, that was updated to be consistent with the definition of a personal electronic device. Policy 8210, the school calendar, was a technical correction. It had a grammatical error in faculty senate meetings section. Policy 8453, the control of non-casual contact communicable diseases, was a technical correction. It was a grammatical error in there. Policy 8600, transportation, was a replacement, and it has the funding for $4,500 per school for the safety mapping data that we're in the process of working on, I think. And policy 8600.04 is bus operators certification, and it replaced it that boards to hire school safety officers through private security firms. So those are there for your review.
All right, we just approve the first reading of them. Okay. Derek, how has your year went with cell phones? I was going to ask you the next time I saw you.
It's going.
Well, I mean, I personally figured it'd be a lot rockier than what it's been.
We gotta work on the teachers in fixing it. That's our problem.
Well,
Yeah.
but I'm amazed and I'm pleased that we've not seen anybody before us. So you guys have done a good job handling it on your end.
We need to vote on that as a first.
Do-
accept
Oh,
it as a
okay.
first
We
reading.
need
So
that,
you have my
okay.
recommendation to accept that as a first reading of the revised and new policies.
Superintendent recommends that we approve the first reading of the policies that she's went over and we have in our possession. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, aye. Motion carried.
Aye.
All right.
Okay.
Now down to school improvement,
Okay.
student achievement.
Alrighty, so what I have included is the spring Renaissance benchmark data. So that's how, just before students started with GSA for the English and the math. So third grade, 71% proficiency in English and 62 in math. For fourth grade, 60% proficient in English and 52 in math. For fifth grade, 65% proficient in English and 38 in math. For sixth grade, 60% proficient in English and 34 in math. In seventh grade, 44% proficient in English and 45 in math. In eighth grade, 51% proficient in English and 43 in math. And this is data. It's, it is an indicator that this will reflect in how our students do. And it'll be interesting to see once the GSA scores come, how closely this is aligned. So, and then,
At
Simi?
this moment, we are testing across the county for the general summative assessment. Each school is completing and beginning multiple areas. The computer, you have to do the reading and the writing before it gets a solid score, but at this moment, it says we have taken 293 tests as of today, so 293 different tests. Everybody starts in a different place, so the different schools are in a different place, but the window is over May 22nd. So we're in the midst of the end of the year testing. And then I was gonna talk a little bit about SAT School Day. We tested 65 students. 64 were our students, and then we had one homeschool student. So those scores came out last Thursday or Friday, and students have their SAT School Day scores now. So.
Dr. Lambert, did you have anything to share?
Not right now.
Okay, very good. Thank you. All right.
Okay, superintendent's update.
Nothing really. I do have some conferences and meetings. I mean, other than what we have going on with our general summative, we do have a lot going on in the schools. I did send you some dates of what's coming up, and I know Dr. Lambert also shared those, so that's very helpful. As far as conference and meetings updates, we did have a South Branch meeting today by phone. Wednesday through Thursday, I will be attending the WVASA, and we have a legislative committee tomorrow afternoon at 3, so I'll be leaving in time for that. South Branch Career and Technical graduation is May 14th at 6:30. Monday, May 18th at 5 p.m. is the senior award ceremony. Baccalaureate is at 6 on Wednesday the 20th, and graduation is Sunday, May 24th at 2 p.m.
Okay.
So, does that line up with what you had? I didn't get a sheet. That's
I
all
will
have.
say the conference we attended the other day down in Romney was very good on
Very
financial.
good.
Yes,
That was very good, yes.
Okay, anything else? All right, that takes care of everything on the agenda. The next regular meeting, Pendleton County Board of Education, will be held on May 19th, 2026 at the Pendleton County Board of Education. Again at 5:30. I will accept the motion to adjourn. In a second.
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 We got a motion and a second.
Whoever.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
All right, we are adjourned. Thank you,
All right,
Katie.
thank you.